Do do do. Hello, everybody. I'm gonna wait for some people to join. Happy retrograde, folks. Happy retrograde, everybody. Hello, Stephanie. How are you, my dear? Hello. Make sure you hit the share button, interact, send stars if you want to. Tag your friends. And if for some reason I cannot see your name or your comments, it is probably because you have to allow StreamYard to you have to give them permission to use your comments. So then you have to go to the StreamYard thing on Facebook and then give them permission. But you're fine, Stephanie. I can see you just fine. So happy full moon, happy retrograde. I have spent my whole day frantically trying to get ready for the big Pagan Pride Festival tomorrow in Flatwoods, West Virginia. If anybody lives in the West Virginia area and is looking for something to do tomorrow, you should come to Flatwoods, West Virginia. You can come and see me, say hey. There's going to be a whole bunch of other vendors there. It's going to be a great time, and I hope to see a whole bunch of familiar and new faces, especially those that I know online and have yet to meet in person. That's going to be a good time as well. So how is everybody doing? This weekend is coming up. What does everybody have planned? And I will be doing readings this evening. Hello, Samantha. And if anybody saw earlier, I did a little post. Look what I have. I have a new deck. I got a new deck. And it's beautiful, and I have yet to actually open it. I've opened it and looked through the book, but I haven't opened the cards yet. The band is still around them. They're beautiful, and I want to share this with everybody this evening. It's going to be beautiful. It is the Urban Crow Oracle deck. It is a 54 card deck. It comes with the guidebooks. It's got a whole bunch of crows in it. I mean, like the Urban Crow title states, it's just got a whole bunch of crows, and the crows have been everywhere in my yard recently. So, I felt it was time. It was time to invest in a new deck, and it's definitely time. So, and it says Facebook user. I have a feeling I know who this is, but you need to go to the StreamYard site on Facebook and hit the little button that says I give you permission to use my name and information, so then I can actually see who it is. But yes, new deck. I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. Hello, Paula. Hello. So, the lid is off. So I'm using tonight to kind of burn off some of this like nervous energy, I guess. It's going to be it is a new deck, yay. Like, you guys already don't have enough decks to choose from when you get readings from me, but I was like, I feel like it's time to retire maybe one of my decks. I've been using it for a really long time, and some of the cards, they're just bent out of shape, you know? And it's just like, if I can feel where the cards are and I can feel which card is which card in my hand, just because of the shape that it's in, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like, I don't like that. So I was like, it is definitely time for a new deck. And I looked at this deck a couple different times in the past. And when I asked for people's opinions, couple different people came into my inbox with the Urban Crow deck, and I was like, you know, I'm going to take that as a sign. I'm going to go ahead and use that, and I'm going to go ahead and buy that for myself. And thanks to Amazon Prime and their 2-day delivery. No, I'm not sponsored by Amazon Prime. But this, you can still see here, there's the paper band. There's the paper band, and the cover art is just, oh, it is absolutely gorgeous. So, let me see if I can get it here. Oh. Ready? Oh, look at that brand new deck. And I did go ahead and cleanse this with some sandalwood incense ahead of time. But this is an unshuffled deck. And if you want to just kind of go through some of them with me before I get into doing readings, that would be fun. Hello, Ashmere. All right, let's see. Ooh, I like this one. This is Wrath. And you can just see, this is kind of like Alfred Hitchcock's, like The Birds. It's just a whole bunch of chaos going on in there. Wow. Waterproof. That kind of feel like has to do with some grief and letting the tears kind of wash over you. There's card of warning. Oh my gosh, these are beautiful. Oh, upheaval. Oh my goodness, there's like the nest has been disturbed. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love these. Let me go through some of these other ones. They're Soar. I know, aren't they beautiful? They're just like, these are gorgeous. Oh, nature. Look at all those dandelions ready to have like all those wishes. Oh my gosh. I am so dominance. Card of dominance. It is the new Urban Crow Oracle deck. Right there. Card of communication. Cards aren't scary. They're beautiful. At least I think they are. And there's the card of abundance. That's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm very, very excited. Give them a shuffle. And if it says Facebook user and all I can see is Facebook user, you have to go to the StreamYard page on Facebook and then hit the I allow you to look at this information. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. That's my husband drilling things or cutting things. I'm just doing this for me. This is an introduction. I like it. So when I asked this deck, like, what its energy was and its purpose, the very first card I got was grief. And given my line of work, I feel like that's very apropos. I also got the card of Soar and distance. And I feel like that's with me helping people going through grief and learning how to kind of fly again after the big loss. I do see I got the card of mischief, which means to me that this deck has a little bit of mischievous energy. And I do have a cat that likes to try to chase off the crows a little bit. So I feel like that might be a little bit of that energy there as well. But I also got the card of balance and battle. So whenever people are looking for balance in amongst the battles, I feel like that this deck might help shed some light on that information or on that guidance. That's what I pick up from that. Hello, Joanna Sparkles. Hello, hello, hello. I can see you just fine. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm very excited to bring this into the Pendulums Path. It's very exciting. Very, very exciting. And speaking of exciting things, I hope that a bunch of you will be able to make it out tomorrow to come and meet me. Goodness me. They decided to throw everything out. I have a feeling. I know, for a full moon, right? That's so exciting. Okay, yeah. I think I got all of the cards. I got all of the cards. So Ashmere, when I asked what the outcome of this job interview was, I got the card of routine. And I feel like that you're about to enter into a new routine. This card up here feels very homey, and this down here feels like very much city. And I do feel like this is like leaving to go to work, and then this is like this is like leaving to go home. And I do feel like that this is more like work energy, and this is more home energy. So I do feel like that there is positivity coming your way, and I do feel like you're putting a lot of hope into this, and you've got kind of like your heart set on this. And I do feel like there's going to be quite a bit of growth there. Make sure you set aside any money, like the beginning monies. Like if you get like a bonus, a sign-on bonus or something along those lines, make sure that you are saving or using your money wisely in the future. Don't spend everything all in one spot. Make sure that you have enough to pay every single bill that comes in. That's what I feel that the guidance is that comes through for that. But I do feel like that is positive energy that's coming in for you. Okay. Hello, Sharon Song. How are you, my darling? What day and time is it where you are? Because you are on the other side of the world. And if anybody wants a reading this evening, I do feel like that there will be a job coming for you very, very quickly. Whether Spirit doesn't always definitely give a definite yes or no, but I do feel like when the card of routine comes out, I do feel like that there is a new routine coming in for you. And I do feel like that has to do with you going to work. So I would take that on as a positive energy, that there is work coming to you. And as they gave a card that in my mind showed, sorry about the car going by there, but I do feel like that there's going to be like a financial element to this as well that's going to bring in more. There's going to be like an extra penny being dropped into your bank account. So I do feel like there's going to be a change in your financial flow as well. And I do feel like it's going to actually be an increase, like fill up your cup, so to speak. Hey, Tay! How's it going? So if anybody does want a reading, put caw, C-A-W-C-A-W. Like for the crows. Caw-caw. Why not? And I will be posting videos and pictures tomorrow from the event. I'm hoping someone will be able to get at least a good video of me getting my crown and sash. Like, let's just see how many people I can get to say the words caw caw in my Facebook stream. Like, that's just hilarious. Sorry, I just find that really funny. It's just all of a sudden all these people are like, caw caw. It's very, very funny. It's the silly things, isn't it? Sharon says it's Saturday morning, 8:10 a.m. and you're only awake now because you're laying in bed. Yeah, I get that. I love that everybody's thinking that this is funny. I'm glad that everybody enjoys the silly side of me. Like, everyone say caw caw. Let's go for Paula. Okay, so keep in mind this is a brand new deck and I'm still getting used to this. But Paula, I did get the card of waterproof with the card of upheaval and then the card of displacement. So whether you were going through a really difficult time at this moment that is causing you to be emotionally overwhelmed, which keep in mind a retrograde is happening right now, and this is causing a lot of people to feel like they're emotionally going through an upheaval and that things are going absolutely chaotically wrong in every single direction possible. But if that is happening for you, don't absorb those tears, kind of like that, this stress, those tears kind of wash over you. Upheavals happen for everybody, especially I feel like it's like in the home area, because I'm really focusing on like this little nest here and the roots. So wherever you feel grounded or wherever you were rooted and like this nest energy that's going on here, if there's chaos or upheaval that's going on in the home area and you are feeling rather displaced by this, please know that like all of this chaos that's going around you, the card of illusion comes up, and I feel like not everything is as you imagine it to be, or it's not how you're seeing it to be. And then there was also the card of perspective that comes out, so maybe turn your perspective upside down on its head and look at things from another perspective. Maybe look at it like from the retrograde perspective and just be like, everybody's going through a hard time right now. Some people are experiencing it harder than others, and just set boundaries. If people are really pushing your buttons, just send it right on back to them and be like, I'm not dealing with this right now. Let me know how that makes sense for you. It could even be at work as well. But I do feel like it might be like areas in the home that are just chaotic. Hope that makes sense. Let me know if it does. And then as I just shuffle, the card of communication comes out. So just work on communication during that time. If things are going upside down, just be like, listen, I understand you're going through a hard time, so am I, but you don't need to be mouthing off to me because it's just making things worse for us at home. So I'm glad that makes sense. And if anybody wants to say thank you this evening, the donation information is in the description of this live. Well, I'm glad my little giggle could put a smile on someone's face today, Sharon. And for everybody who is new in the audience this evening, if you would like to receive a reading, I want you to type the words caw, caw. For the crows, caw, caw. Let's go for Maddie Price. Maddie Price, right when I said your name, I looked at the clock and the time where I am is 6:16 p.m. If you are being plagued by negative thoughts at this moment, or you have negativity surrounding you, especially mentally, I want you to just acknowledge its presence, and not necessarily block it, but process it and understand that you're feeling a certain way about things right at this moment, and there are valid reasons for it. But I just want you to like be aware of where negativity is lying for you right now. Sometimes instead of hiding from it, if we face it head on, it's really not as scary as we thought it was going to be. And I feel like that if you kind of turn around and make yourself bigger than the anxiety that you're facing, you'll come out much stronger on the other side and realize that you were braver than you made yourself out to be. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I hope that that makes sense for you. I'm also going to pull some cards for you, but I hope that that makes sense for you. Okay, so the card of mimicry comes out, and I feel like whoever is kind of crying fake tears around you, or somebody's being extra dramatic around you right now, just kind of ignore it. Okay, this energy that's around right now is displacing a lot of people, and it's causing basically like a dumpster fire of energy. Know that the card of ghosts come out, but I want to see that like your spirit guides are around you, and you have quite a few of them as well. I feel like your ancestral lineage is quite large. Whether you are aware that you have a large ancestral lineage or not, I do feel like that you do have quite a team of guides behind you. Um, and they're also showing me a boat, so I don't know if you have like ancestors that actually emigrated via water at some point, but I do feel like it's part of like that ancestral lineage that's there. But I feel like that these ghosts are there to kind of protect you and go with you during this little bit of an upheaval or battle that you're going through. Please know that during this time, I do feel like that there are outside influences that are affecting this, whether this is like addiction or it's just like Mercury retrograde in general. But I do feel like that there are outside influences that's causing this chaos for you. Okay. Hope that makes sense for you. Make sure you hit the share button too, please. And thank you. I want to get as many people on here as I can. And also, if you receive a reading from me tonight, please leave a review. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it resonated. Let other people know how it resonated. You know, all of that stuff. Stephanie Harris. No, Tay, none of those cards say you're going to be a millionaire. I already told you that once today. Stephanie Harris, you are going in a new direction. You are definitely going in a new direction because the card of direction comes up, and I feel like that you're actually going to start soaring in this new direction. I feel like it's going to be to do with like your spiritual gifts. Okay, it definitely has to do with your spiritual gifts. It might even to do with divination and how you are casting things, or like bones, osteomancy, things like that. I do feel like that there is an element of divination that is changing for you, and please know that I feel like your community is changing as well. I feel like that your spiritual community is changing as well, and I feel like that this is going to be a really, really beautiful thing for you, and you're going to find a bigger sense of spiritual balance, and it's actually going to pique your curiosity a little bit more. it's going to send you in like a new educational journey, if that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. Let me know if it does. Do. Okay, I think it's Christine. No, not Christine. There's somebody on here. It says Facebook user. You have to go to StreamYard's page on Facebook and allow them to publish your comments on their Facebook page. Stephanie Harris says, yes. Thank you for the validation. You're very, very welcome. Is it like casting bones? Is that what you're doing? Like, is that Danielle? Hi. You did. You finally caught me and I'm live and this isn't a replay. I got a new deck. Oh, it's got crows on it. Jennifer Pass is like, caw. It's, if you go, you're going to have to leave the live, type in StreamYard in the Facebook search bar, and it will take you to their page. And it just says, like, there's a little link that just says, allow StreamYard to use your name and leave comments. Because otherwise it just comes up as saying, like, whoever, like, it just says whatever user. It is the first recommendation, but I'd already looked at this deck a couple of times beforehand and been like, I kind of like that, and I'm kind of digging the aesthetic of it, and I really like it. I really like it. But if you said that it's Brittany, you said it's Brittany. No bones, but new direction for sure. Okay, dig it. I'm like, you know better than I do. And I just saw that there was 11 people and 11 likes on my page. 11. That's my number. Was it the smoke from the incense? Yeah, and I just looked at my thing and it was like, there it is again. 11. I love it. That's my number. What a beautiful message on the full moon. Let's see. Who else wrote caw? Terry. Terry Spar. I don't know if this is happening for you currently or if it's happened in the past, but I do feel like that there has been at some point in your life, sorry, let me close this up here real quick, that there's been a very overbearing male figure in your life. Like, I just see somebody like bent over screaming in an ear. I don't know if that makes sense for you. Maybe the screaming in your ear is your spirit guides. Let me go back down here. Okay, Terry, you do understand what that is. Okay, like there is somebody literally just like, I just feel like it's almost like my eardrum is vibrating because of the sheer volume that this person is putting inside of my head. It's like it almost tickles. And yes, you did it. So with that, I can't tell if this is male or female. You need to listen to your intuition more. That voice that's been, that inner voice that has been screaming at you, telling you what it is that you need to do, you need to listen to it, my dear. Tori's like, I'm creeping, full blown creeping. But Terry, please know that there are going to be opportunities given to you. That's okay, Brittany. I'll still try. I'll still get to you, hopefully. So, do you feel like that there's going to be an opportunity given to you? Um, I also feel like that this person who's screaming in your ear feels like their ego needs to be punctured a little bit. Like their ego balloon needs to be deflated quite a bit. And I also feel like that someone is also trying to take from you or steal gifts from you as well. I know that this is like kind of like all over the place with this little message here, but I feel like whoever's ego is really big needs to be punctured. But I also feel like that there's someone who is stealing from you or taking your energy. I do feel like that this is a test in your commitment with this person. And if you want things to change in any aspect, you need to really communicate what's going on here. But I do feel like you're just going to be like taking from an empty bowl or expecting someone to fill a bowl that they just don't want to fill, or that they just don't have anything to give it for. It's like you're begging through this communication for someone to put something in your bowl, and they are literally never ever going to do it. And I do feel like that your curiosity or your desire to kind of walk out the door is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Spirit is advising you to kind of save up your money a little bit, or at least set things aside and prepare for a big change. When it comes to change, I do feel like when you are ready to make this big change, you will get all the help that you possibly can get. But if you remain resistant to this change, you're only going to remain exactly where you are. But I do feel like that this person's like bark is louder than their bite, so to speak. But I do feel like that they're just trying to frighten you. Hope that makes sense for you. Bullies are the worst. But we're getting a lot of gifts here too. Okay. Terry says that makes so much sense. You're welcome. And if you guys want to book a bigger, deeper reading, please head to my website at www.thependulumspath.com. You can click on services and book a reading with me there, and we can go right into like really in depth. I don't like to just like air everybody's laundry out on social media like this. I try to keep it as cryptic as possible without like outing everybody. You know what I mean? But if you want to book in for a reading, please go there. Also, if you want to leave a review, if you go to the bottom of my website and hit feedback, you can send me a message through there for feedback, or just go to my Facebook page and post something on there. Anyway, for Danielle, take a breath, because I know that your anxiety is high. Okay. Danielle, they're just coming straight out with the advice first. They're just like, let's just tell her what she needs to hear and what she needs to do. Card of gifts, card of community comes out. You know as well as I do that you need to start getting back into your gifts and start helping the community. I realize that right now you're going through emotional chaos at the moment, and it's like you've got all of your birds flying all at the same time, and it's like your closet is not big enough to contain all of them. Okay. I do, you know that I don't do medical readings. Okay. However, the card of anomaly comes out, and I want you to take this for whatever you want to take it as. Okay. But I do know, even from what you have told me, that there are some things that are not adding up. Okay. Or there's just things that aren't aligning and things that just aren't making sense. And I do see that there is definitely like a level of curiosity, and I do want to see that this is medical curiosity. And there is going to be like a little bit of a search into like the hows and the whys that's going on. Whenever you are feeling super drained, keep returning to your sacred space, or keep nurturing your sacred space. Yes, right now you're feeling like you are at risk, or there is a level of risk involved in the journey that you are about to journey on, this new direction that you are being taken. But Spirit is telling you to release that worry, release that anxiety. You see down here at the bottom, I see like a bunch of evil eyes that are surrounding this little egg. I feel like that you are being protected quite heavily from as much negativity as possible. Okay. So I really do feel like that you are being protected as this little baby bird right here. And there's like 3 main ancestors. I know that this one is going to be grandma. I do feel like that this one over here is a male energy. I don't know if that's like granddad on the other side. And I feel like that this gentleman is more on the quiet, more reserved side. And then the female energy would be a little bit more loud and proud. And she would be definitely like the speaker of the house kind of thing. Like she spoke for the whole family. And then like that male figure just kind of sat back in his seat and was just like, just listen to whatever she has to say. This is her time to step up to the microphone. And I feel like that even in life, it was still exactly that same energy, that relationship and that kind of dynamic is still continuing on the other side. But I do feel like that they are surrounding you quite heavily with the evil eye, trying to protect you from as much negativity as they possibly can. Okay. Just work through those worries. Let that anxiety wash over you. Even doing water cleansings. I know that you know as well as anything. That water cleansing and taking showers and visualizing that white energy washing over us will help with that anxiety, even if you have to have a couple of them a day, just here and there, just to kind of get you, just try to get your mind out of this wrath here. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you. Literally sat nodding at the screen like, yep. Glad that makes sense for you. This is kind of nice. I like this deck, considering it's like my first big use. You know what I mean? I'd say I dig this deck. You're very welcome, my love. Mwah. Yeah, and I know that you'll PM me and tell me all the things. And I'm going to be going to bed early tonight because I got to get up early tomorrow because we got a 2-hour drive ahead. Perfect. Danielle, I love you. Go for it. Go for it. Brittany. Boy, a lot of people are getting similar cards. But it all has to do with what's going on with retrograde and all of that stuff, okay? Okay, so, Brittany, there is an energy that you need to release here, and it has everything to do with this dominant energy that's in your life, whether that is a person, a workplace, a relationship, whatever is causing you to feel smaller than you are. And I already know that you're a little thing anyway, but you know what I mean? Like whatever, whoever it is that's trying to, yeah, seriously, Shannon, I swear to God, yesterday I was just like, my eyes are going to come out of my sinuses. It was so bad. Anyway, so there's this dominant energy around you, and you need to work on releasing yourself from that. Instead of being bound by negativity, you need to soar from it, okay? I feel like the recent events or whatever has happened around you recently, that is just a warning of what's to come. Yeah, it's probably the job. I feel like whatever's happened recently, whether you've been given a warning or whether there was like a big row at work or whatever that is, I want you to take this as a warning of things to come. Okay, like if it happens once, it'll happen again, kind of thing. And if you are stressed or worried, or if you find yourself locking yourself in the bathroom, having a good old cry about it, maybe communicate these issues to those that you trust and just be like, I don't feel comfortable where I am, or I don't think that this is the right thing for me to do, whatever it is. But make sure you're communicating those needs. I also want to say during retrograde, do not jump into anything. Don't make any life changes, like big life changes. Okay. You feel like yours is trying to come out of your eyeballs. Yeah. Mine was just like all pushing down, and it was all pushed down into my sinuses. I was like, ugh. Anyway, Brittany, less distraction, Nat. But I do feel like that you need to communicate this with those that are around you. Once retrograde comes to an end and you've made a decision on what it is that you want to do, go ahead and do that. If you were worried about whether or not that you're going to be okay after quitting this job or whatever, because of financial circumstances, please know that you are going to be protected during that time, and you have everything that you need in order for you to survive. Okay. And I feel like that this stress is just going to be like nothing but a distant memory in the future. But you need to be aware of some of like maybe like the not so nice people around you, those that are being like the little tricksters around you, or those that are running their friggin' mouth, whatever that is. Tori, I swear, you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get a damn reading. So I hope that makes sense for you, Brittany. Hope that makes sense for you. Let me know if it does. Let me know what does. Whatever. You guys can give me whatever validation you want to. As a psychic, it's like I don't always know exactly why I want to say things or why I feel pulled in certain directions. That's up to you to validate that for me. That makes total sense, and I needed to hear that. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad that makes sense for you. But like this overbearing energy that's like talking down to you and making you feel smaller than you already are. Because let's be honest, there would be nothing left of you, Brittany. She's a little tiny little thing. I love my tiny little pocket-sized, fun-sized friends. I call myself fun-sized, like a little Halloween Snickers bar. I'm small, sweet, and nutty. That's just me. And can I just say, definitely people at work. Okay. Definitely people at work. Can I just say, folks, for those of you who've been watching my show for a very long time and have been following my page for a very long time, you will recognize this name that's been on my page over and over and over and over and over again. And for the first time in many years, tomorrow we will be meeting in human fleshy forms. So if a black hole or like mystic portal opens up, you will know why. You know, I mean, you have, though. You've been following my ass for a while. You're gonna laugh. Hang on. I'm not done shuffling yet, but they threw out a card and I was like, that's hilarious. Okay. So immediately the card of teamwork came out, and given what tomorrow involves, quite literally, I am laughing so hard at this because it's literally talking about the teamwork that's going to be involved tomorrow. Did you get like the Three of Pentacles or something like that? That's literally like a teamwork card. Something along those lines. Because I just, when he said tarot, I was like, yeah. So I do feel like that there's going to be a strong element of teamwork, and you were definitely going to be leading the way. And the dominance card came out reversed, and I do feel like that this is just going to be like not really telling you like to be dominant about this situation, but really like take yourself down to like that level playing field that we're all on together. Next, we have the card of waterproof. And I think that this is just like one of those things, like the card of waterproof and the card of anomaly comes out. And Spirit wants you to pay attention to the strange and the unusual. Whatever strange thoughts that you get in your head tomorrow, whatever random downloads you get, those little things that really stick out, I want you to pay attention to, especially when it comes to dealing with those that are emotionally overwhelmed. And you know as well as I do, a lot of our clients come to us and they are already emotionally overwhelmed, and it's our job to carry a few of their buckets. Okay. Going forward, card of balance comes out. Make sure that you are balancing yourself and keeping your finances balanced, okay? Because this is like cashing, and I feel like that this is storing, and this has to do with finances and like storing all of your seeds and storing all of your nuts, and then sowing the seeds so that a more abundance can grow. So I do feel like that you are also going to be sowing some seeds for future business as well. There, if you're nervous or worried or anything like that, please know that you got to release all of that. Let it go. Just like I have to take that word of advice as well to kind of let go of my nervousness about tomorrow too. Everything's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. If I say it enough times, maybe it'll come true. It's just funny how, like, you know, like teamwork comes out. And I'm like, yeah, no kidding. So I hope that makes sense for you. Let me know if it does. I'm not going to drag you into anything. I'm not going to drag you. I don't drag anybody into my mediumship. They come with a curious mind. Yeah, Shannon. I'm getting crowned tomorrow. Seriously, let it go. Let it go. I'm getting crowned tomorrow. I'm getting a sash and everything. I'm getting a sash and a crown. So if you're going and I'm going, then I'm pretty sure you get to see me. And then you can take a picture. See? Look at that. And then you can get a reading from me in person if you want to. You should do that. And I'll have crystal mystery boxes there with me as well as my balms and stickers, my vinyl decals as well. Go Queenie. I know. I will fully. Thank you, Natasha. I will be fully embodying Freddie Mercury tomorrow. I'm getting crowned as May Queen, which I know it's not May, but I was voted for during that time, so I'm May Queen. So I'm getting my crown and sash. and that'll be fun to have. You know, some people are like, I'm scared to meet you in person, because with the information that you get from me through the computer is alarming enough. If you meet me in person, I'm terrified about what's going to come out. I've had people like, yeah, I don't really want to hug you, not for Jeremy reasons. I just don't want you picking up on stuff. Fair enough. That's just what it is. Well, Tori, at least your minions for tomorrow get a little bit of a taste of what they're going to have to deal with tomorrow. I'm a ball of fun. And I get to wear a dress tomorrow. Okay. You know, I didn't. Not yet. Not yet. They'll be there. All right, so Natasha. I don't know. Okay, so first of all, I know nothing about you. So I don't know if you're actually in a relationship at the moment, or if you are getting out of relationship or just got out of relationship. The card of mischief comes up, and I feel like that somebody around you has been up to no good or was up to no good. And I feel like there is an element of protection around your heart that's being placed here, or there is still protection being put around your heart. I feel like that you already have the insight that you need on this. I feel like that you really need to pay attention to your intuition, or if you already know what the truth is, keep listening to that truth, or keeping that truth at the forefront of your mind here. I even look at this like a mushroom, and I feel like mushrooms spread. So I don't know if somebody has been either spreading lies or things like that, because the card of distraction comes out, and I feel like somebody is either telling you mistruths or trying to distract you from the truth. And I also feel like that there is a negative influence around this person, so whether they're being influenced by other people who are telling them to do not great things or something along those lines, but I do feel like that there is a negative influence around this person, or there's more than one person who is influencing them to do certain things that they necessarily shouldn't be doing. If you're wondering why this person is up to their old antics and things like that, the card of memory comes back, and I feel like that this is something to do with their past, or that they've done this behavior in the past, and that history is kind of repeating itself. When it comes to this energy, whether it's happening now, in the past, or it's going to be happening around you, Spirit wants you to let this go as much as you can. The card of teamwork comes out reversed. So I feel like whoever this person is that you kind of either work with, work around, or you have a relationship with, I feel like that energy of teamwork is kind of turned upside down on its head, and Spirit is advising you to seek a new perspective from the situation. I do feel like that this is kind of coming to a closure, like the sun is setting on this situation, and there's definitely a new direction that is coming for you. And then comes the card of upheaval as well. So I do feel like that whatever's happening around you, whether it's past, present, or coming into your future, I do feel like that this upheaval, again, it has to do with retrograde. Retrograde's going to cause a lot of upheavals for a lot of people during the next few weeks. Don't be surprised when it happens. Just kind of roll your eyes and be like, this is setting me off in a new direction, and it's setting me off in a more positive direction. It sucks right now, and yes, it hurts, and you know, all of those things. But the universe sets us off in new directions because where we are now is no longer serving us, and it's time for us to move on and take the lessons that we've learned and use them for our best benefit moving forward. And so it is. I was only going to do like a 30-45 minute show, but fuck it, let's do another 5-6 minutes. Joanna Sparkles. Joanna Sparkles. Yeah, you need to prepare yourself, Natasha. I can't quite tell if it's like a romantic partner or if it's somebody just in your space. It could just be a close friend of yours that's gonna start some shit. Whoever it is. Hopefully it's not like massive and it's only minor, but I do feel like it's gonna like kind of like jar your energy a little bit. Keep in mind, keep that perspective of it is also a full moon. Full moon energy causes chaos. Retrograde also causes chaos. There's a lot of chaos. Joanna, Joanna, Joanna. But everyone's going through some battles at the moment. Freaking retrograde causing stuff for everybody. Joanna, though, I feel like yours isn't going to be so bad at the moment. If you are feeling isolated at the moment, or you're feeling not necessarily lonely, but you're just feeling kind of stagnant at the moment, and you're just like, I'm kind of bored and things like that, Spirit is advising you to kind of revisit your commitments a little bit, or maybe make a new commitment, whether that's signing up to do volunteer work or helping a friend out or something along those lines. But I do feel like that there is like, you need to get up and kind of do something or make a change to your commitments. The card of mischief comes up as well, so I feel like there's going to be an element of fun that you need to kind of get into as well, like kind of get into mischief or get into fun. Card of memory comes up, so it might be something that you are revisiting from your past, whether it's like a place that you used to hang out and work at, or visiting somebody that you used to know, whatever that is. Okay. But I do feel like this little internal battle that you're having with yourself right now, you're in desperate need of a distraction from that. And I feel like if you don't give yourself a distraction, it's just going to cause you more chaos in the long run. And I don't want that for you. So seek out a small commitment, whatever that looks like for you. Let me know. Let me know what that means for you. Let me know if that means for you. Joanna's like, wow, yes, totally. Oh my God. Okay, good. I'm glad. Get yourself out of the house. Get yourself a new commitment. Okay. That doesn't mean like go out and get married. It's just like commit to something and do something. Get yourself into mischief. Go do something fun. Give yourself a distraction. Okay. There's nothing wrong with distracting ourselves. Jennifer. Yeah, there is no crow. you've been way too intense and need a positive distraction. Well, there you go. There's validation for yourself. The Spirit's like, she does. She needs a new distraction. Go get yourself committed to something new, as small as it is. You know what I mean? Even if it's just like volunteering at a freaking animal shelter. You know what I mean? Like something simple. Get your serotonin going. Okay. Jennifer. The card of fear came out. And I feel like either someone is trying to scare you, or that there have been warnings that have been coming your way, whether you've been getting signs from spirit of something negative impending, or that like you just have like this feeling in the bottom of your stomach that something negative is about to happen. Please know that this sense of imbalance that you're feeling will be restored again. I feel like that you need to kind of get back into your own spiritual routine if you have kind of gotten out of that a little bit, because I feel like either your commitment to your spirituality, not that it's being tested or anything like that, or that you've walked away from it, but I do feel like that maybe your commitment to your own spirituality or in spiritual routines have been not necessarily lacking, but you haven't been invested in them quite as much. And if you're wondering, like, if your fears are fearful that your energy is low or that you are lacking in your energy, I feel like it's just a matter of getting reconnected. Once you get back into your routine, I do feel like things are going to change for you, and you're going to start taking off and doing a lot more than you even considered yourself capable of. If you're looking for advice or direction, keep seeking advice from the communities that you're in. Get reconnected back with nature, okay? Don't be resistant to these new changes. I go through them myself when I'm just like, I feel like my abilities are lacking, or that I don't feel as connected, and sometimes we just need a little bit of a change. And if you're feeling like there's a little bit of distance between yourself and your spirituality, please know that will take off in a new direction. And I do feel like that you're gonna take off and soar with it, okay? I just heard, don't be afraid to try new things or try new ways of doing things. So if you do something a certain way, or if you're used to doing things a certain way, look up a new way of doing it. Maybe look up a new way of doing things. Joanna's like, I need to feel my time positively. Yeah, the grass isn't always greener, is it, Joanna? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you get back home and you're just like, ew, no one took care of this while I was gone. I was the one taking care of this the whole time I was here. Yes. All right, folks, I've been on here for about an hour. And I need to eat before I go to bed. I got to have a shower and make myself look a little more presentable, maybe a little bit. That's where like that fear is as well. Yeah. And maybe there's like an element of restoring faith a little bit as well. And if you do magical workings and things like that, or if you are doing like Reiki healing and that's not enough, maybe try doing some magical workings to help boost that energy. I'd be more than happy to point you in some direction when it comes to that, because when it comes to magic, it's not one path fits all. There's multiple paths to fit multiple people and multiple walks. So even if I don't have the knowledge or expertise, I can send you in the direction of the people that you do need to talk to. But yes. All right, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I hope to see some faces, some familiar online faces tomorrow at Pagan Pride. If you're not able to make it out because you live too far away or you just have other things planned, do not worry. I'll post pictures and videos throughout the day so you guys can kind of be a part of it, of the Pagan Pride Festival. hopefully someone will take a little video of me getting crowned, because that'll be fun to share with you guys. And I'll be on probably sometime next week. Maybe I'm having a small surgical procedure on the 15th, so we'll see how I feel. After that, I'll keep you guys updated. I might need a little bit of a distraction myself, Joanna, during that time. So we might have to distract each other with shenanigans, which I'm totally down for, because who doesn't love to be distracted with shenanigans? All right, even at 38 years old, I do love a good side task. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. It was an absolute pleasure to connect with everybody that I was able to this evening. Sorry if I wasn't able to get to you. I just kind of read whoever I'm drawn to, whoever spirit's like, we need to get them a message. But I will see you guys all next week. Keep a lookout. I'll probably be doing a couple of 3-card draws throughout the week. So you can kind of pick your own card and get a message with that. Make sure you are recharging during this full moon. It's going to suck a lot of energy out of us. So if we recharge our batteries before they're even more drained, hi boys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm so excited. Yeah, I get to meet Asen and Joe tomorrow, which I'm very, 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 very excited. I'm so stoked. But yeah, so tomorrow's going to be a great, great time. I look forward to seeing you all then. Stop by, say hi, grab a picture, grab a couple boxes of crystals, and hang out with the rest of us magical folk up in Flatwoods, West Virginia tomorrow. Make sure you visit my website at thependulumspath.com. Leave a review, leave some feedback, book a reading with me through there if you want to get deep down and dirty into the depths of it. Yeah, so one more sleep till tomorrow. One more sleep. I might not sleep. If I come in tomorrow trash tired, you'll know it's just because my anxiety and excitement is just through the roof. But thank you guys for hanging out with me this evening. I will see you all very, very soon. You guys have a great day. Bye, guys.